All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics. We are officially live. It is the 3rd of July, 2019, currently 12:50 p.m. Eastern Time. I was actually really debating if I wanted to do this, but I had some comics at my comic shop that I had on hold for a while, and I don't want to screw them over at all, so this might be one of my last of the newer comic kind of videos for a little while. I am in the process of trying to sell some of my belongings, so that can switch, who knows. But I wanted to make sure I had a video, because there's some good comics in here today I wanted to show you guys. One I talked about yesterday. And by the way, I want to thank the 18 people that thumbed down the video, because my priorities were more towards my health of my cat yesterday than actually saying the wrong number of The Walking Dead. So I want to thank those in the comic book quote-unquote community for such support and understanding. But that's all I'm going to say about that. But you guys are here. That's all I care about. Let me put on the video camera so I will show the books. Obviously, there is one that you want to get. If you didn't see the video yesterday, you're going to learn today. You're probably going to learn the hard way. It's probably not available, even with the print run of about 500,000 copies. But let's get into it. These, I saw the covers, and I absolutely love these. This one is the Immortal Hulk issue number 20. That's the variant cover, but the regular cover, normally I'll just get the variant if I'm going to get something like this, but when I saw this, I absolutely had to get it. This might be a sleeper pick. Now, I don't know if there's anything significant in the book. I haven't read it yet, and even if I did, I wouldn't spoil it, because you guys know I don't do any spoiler stuff here, but that cover, let me put the light a little closer. That cover is beautiful. So I think this is a book worth getting, and I should put it by the camera so you could see it. So that's Immortal Hulk number 20. And again, if you know about one of the things I talked about, please do not spoil it in case there are people that don't know. This is another book I wouldn't normally get. This is a variant cover. This is Deceased number 3. But this is the variant. Absolutely love this cover. As soon as I saw it, had to pick it up. I'm not sure who the artist is, but I'm sure one of my smart subscribers will mention it in the comments section. But absolutely think that's a beautiful cover, worth picking up. All right, so let's get into some number ones. I like to especially start out with some of the lesser-known comic companies. This one I don't think I've ever heard of before. It's CRTME. I don't know if that's the name. Oh, no, okay. It's Amigo Comics. This is a larger sized book, so you're going to need a Golden Age backing board for it. There was only one copy, and I got there when the store opened. So this might be, who knows if it's going to ever amount to anything, but I have a feeling it's going to be a really small print run, and probably many people didn't talk about this. So yes, I know there are other channels that talk about some of the mainstream comics for weeks and everything. I don't want to duplicate what somebody else does, but I promise you most people did not show this book. This is called Nasty Plus. And to show the difference between the sizes, this is like a Golden Age sized book. Now this was $4.99. So yeah, so you're getting a bigger book for about the same price as what normally Marvel, and as you could see, $4.99 for DC. Not too happy about that. But this is going to be one of my last times for a while buying newer books. But this, I don't know if it's going to turn into anything good, but this is definitely going to have a small print run, because like I said, I got there at 12 when they opened. This was the only cover, well, the only comic there. So many comic stores may not have it. You know, you're taking a chance on comics that most people don't know about, so I'm not going to sit here and say that's going to be the next Amazing Fantasy 15, but hey, you never know. And if you get the only copy and it becomes something that's successful or it gets a TV deal at some point, you're going to be very happy you took the chance. If you didn't, you know, it might be just a good read. All right. This is by Dark Horse Comics. I'm not sure how many people actually showed this one. Again, another cover. Beautiful array of colors on this one. Really stands out. This one's called No One Left to Fight. And again, this is by Dark Horse Comics. Just a lot of kind of pastel kind of colors to it, almost like an Easter colors kind of feel. So again, low print run on this one, not sure what this is going to do, but like I said, I want to give some of the more independent companies more of my money to support them. Definitely a book to consider. All right, this one's by Image, and you know these days, like, if you make a comic for Image, it's probably about 2 or 3 years before somebody offers you a TV or movie deal. I'm not saying it's going to continue, but you never know. This one is by Image. This is called Sea of Stars, issue number 1. Hard to tell what that really is, because, you know, you can't really tell much based on the cover. Artwork kind of looks like, I think his name is Magnolia, forgive me if I get that wrong, but the guy who drew Hellboy, Magnolia, probably butchering that, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Kind of has that kind of art, and I wouldn't be shocked if it actually is him that does it. But Rico Renzi is part of this as well. Oh, and Jose just did a $1 super chat. Thank you. That was really nice of you. Anybody that ever does a super chat, I want to acknowledge them, and I am very thankful for all the kind words you guys have said. You know, I had one person that left just the most ridiculous comment yesterday, but, you know, you're going to get those people. But overall, you guys and girls are amazing with the love and the support. Luna is back in the hospital for a second part of her treatments. I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning to check on her, and she was ready to eat. So she was meowing again. She had some strength. She ate a 3/4 of a can of 3-ounce food. I put all of her stuff in it, gobbled it all up. So fingers crossed. All right. So next one. This is also by Image, $3.99. A couple of different variants. I got the black and white issue. This is from Mark Millar. It's called Space Bandits. Florence says there's always one bad apple. Usually there's more than that. Most of them just don't actually let themselves know. They just thumb down my videos. So at least I give the person credit. If you're going to be rude, at least he put it out there. So this is another book, $3.99, Space Bandits. Like I said, there's a couple of different ones. Victor just did a super chat. Thank you, Victor. Says, hope Luna a speedy recovery. Thank you, me too. So far, so good. They basically said that her recovery is better than ever expected, especially with the situation. This is another one. This is unexpected, because when I saw this cover, I had no clue that it was actually Marvel. I would never have thought this would be because of the way it's drawn. It actually looks like an independent comic. This one, I think, is going to be a sleeper pick, and one you might want to check out. This is the variant cover, and surprisingly for a number 1, Marvel only charged $3.99. I'm shocked by that. But I have a feeling this book is going to be a sleeper. This is Aereo, issue number 1, and Jean-Paul Ace Peter, he called it. That is an absolutely beautiful cover. It definitely does not look like the typical Marvel comic, but as you could see, it is, especially with the $3.99 price tag. But that is beautiful artwork. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, this one's definitely going to go up in value, in my opinion. It's going to be, even if it didn't have anything in particular important, there's a lot of books that become very popular and very valuable just for the covers alone. I really think this is going to be one of those. So definitely check that out if you can get it. All right, this one, absolute must-have. Only got one of them, but it's another book. This is the tribute, so this is technically a second print of issue 192, but it has Rick Grimes on the cover. This is from the previous issue, one that I'm sure many people are going to get today, one that I would recommend, and there's a certain very serious event that happens. If you haven't seen it, I still won't spoil it, so please don't spoil it just in case. And then the last book, I have my usual 2 copies, but from what the comic book store told me that I go to, they weren't informed about the situation in this book. They said if they would have known, they would have ordered more. So they tried to keep it a secret until some company leaked it out a couple of days ago. So this was supposed to be a surprise. You know, the internet, people love to spoil stuff so they could be the first ones to end up making the most money on a YouTube video or something. It's crazy how they do it. So again, I will not spoil it, but I did get the number wrong yesterday. So thank you again to the 18 people in the comic book community that are so caring and loving and talk about helping the community for giving me those thumbs down, because I was more concerned about my cat. But I told people it's whatever the new comic book of The Walking Dead is. So yes, I did get the number wrong because I'm sure some of you can forgive me that I was worried about my cat in the hospital potentially dying than getting the number, and I was off by 1. So forgive me for being so evil, 18 people. But this is a extremely thick book. Like I said yesterday, if you didn't see the video, this is an 80-page book. They kept the price at $3.99. That is amazing. I got there at 12 o'clock. There were people coming in, and they're like people you would never see as a comic book collector. Like there was just this woman with her child and said, "Hi, I'm just here for The Walking Dead." So there is a high print run. It's 500,000. But remember, there are billions of people on the planet. So 500,000 may seem like a lot. But people are going to get multiple copies, so there aren't going to be 500,000 people with this book. I can guarantee you there are people on eBay that bought 10 or 20 of these. I get 2 every time. I've been doing that for a while, so I have the complete run of Walking Dead. So over a year, I've had it on my pull list to get 2 every time. So I was able to get 2, but they were limiting it to 1, and they were sold out before I left at about 6 or 7 minutes after 12. So this book is going to sell out quick because a lot of the smaller comic book stores, because they did not know about it when they ordered it, probably underordered. So yes, 500,000 may be a high print run, especially these days, but a lot of the comic book stores were not aware of this, and I can't speak for every comic book store, but they said they would have ordered more if they would have known. So they're already sold out. So if anybody goes there now at the store that I go to, they're already gone. And mine were pre-ordered. So that's not considering all the others that they ordered, they're already gone. So people that you normally don't see in the comic book store were coming in and asking for these. 2 people came in that span of 2 to 3 minutes asking just for this book. So it might be something to pick up if you can. Yesterday, the books were selling between $15 and $20 before it even came out. I think that's just gross for people to do that. Shame on anybody that was selling this book before it came out for that price. Unfortunately, there's a lot of greedy people in this world. I mean, I've had people make so many accusations about things I supposedly do, even though they don't have any proof of any of their nonsense. But I would never do something like that. At least wait a day before you triple the price of a book. I mean, the greed of some people, if you're going to be greedy, at least be greedy where you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you're going to be greedy over $15, your life's not going in the right direction. Because, I don't care if you had 20 of those books. You're making, what, $4, $5 profit in the end after fees and all the other stuff? What house are you buying in the Bahamas with that money? So, not for nothing. If you're going to be one of those greedy people that's going to do ridiculous things like that, you know what? Buy property in real estate or something. At least make some real cash. I don't understand it. But there will be people that take advantage of it. Please, that's why I made that video last night, because I wanted people to be able to, they could have called their comic book store and said, "Can you hold one?" Now, if you're a regular at a comic book store, they might actually do it. Some might say no. But I promise you, a lot of the people that were putting them for $20 last night were probably comic book stores. I can't confirm that, but it would not shock me. It's just gross. Wait a day before you charge that much. I just have no respect for people like that. And that's why when I mention books, I take it very seriously. Now, my 2 books that I have, you will not see on eBay. I will not be selling them. Like I said, I have the complete run, so I want to make sure that at least one of these will not be sold unless I sell the entire set. I'm not buying 10 of them and putting them on eBay the day of and trying to make triple my money. It's something I will never do. But you have the right to do it. It doesn't make you Hitler, so we can't go overboard with it. But I just love the fact of some of the accusations people make about me, and yet I don't do anything but help people. But it is what it is. So we have some books probably some of you did not see, even if you were on other people's channels that show all the hot books. I always want to make sure I support some of the smaller companies. I promise you, and let me know in the comment section if there's any books that I showed that you've never heard of before or did not know about. Let me know, and that's why I exactly do this. So I want to make sure I thank you guys, and I want to do today's surprise subscriber shout out. I don't think I've given one to this gentleman. I'm going to give 2 today. I'm going to give one to Gene Paul Ace Peter, because I don't think I've ever given him one before. It might have been on one of the video ones earlier, but just in case, I want to make sure I give it to Gene Paul Ace Peter as one, and the other would be the Uncanny Kyle Walker. You guys are today's multiple surprise subscriber shoutouts. Don't forget, guys, I am selling my comic book mystery boxes. The link is in the description of this video and all of my videos. Please check them out. The proceeds will help going towards our bills for the cat and everything, and also for our ability to move. We will be trying to move soon. We have an idea of where we want to go, a state anyway, but I won't mention it until it happens, because you never know, things can change. Thank you so much for listening. If you're kind enough to give it a thumbs up, I always appreciate it. I'm glad the two gentlemen were here to see those surprise subscriber shoutouts. Goat says, did Ace leave Kiss? If you have to ask that question now, I would ask you how long you've been in a coma. So I would have to say, yes, he left several decades ago. So sorry to disappoint you on that spoiler alert. So that's it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Question, what can you expect in the boxes? You will not get garbage. I mean, if you buy the bare minimum, the smallest two ones, you're going to get generic comics. Because for 20 books for $25, that's for people who just maybe want to, instead of just donating to the channel or going on Patreon, they want to get something back. It's going to be comics you're going to like to read. But it's not going to be garbage, trashed, coverless, moldy comics or anything like that. The higher the package, the better the books. I will not say you'll get specific comics, but if you want, for example, all Marvel or all DC, I will be more than happy to do that if you let me know about it. There are a couple of videos of people that did some of the unboxings, and speaking of which, if you do a live unboxing of one of my comic book mystery boxes and you let me know that you're intending on doing that when you order, I will throw in an extra comic for free as a thank you. So if you do order and you do intend on doing a comic book unboxing video, because, I mean, that helps advertise my mystery boxes, so I want to give something back. Michael says, is there a link? The link is in the description. Unfortunately, I can't ship to overseas because, unfortunately, the shipping is just too much and it wouldn't make it worth it for you. If you want to get one of the more expensive ones, then it would be worth it for you. Contact me with the email address in my more info section. So if you want to get one of the larger ones, I can work with you with that. And we could do it via PayPal or something. But the smaller ones, for the amount that UPS or USPS charges for shipping, I don't want anybody to be disappointed. So if you want to get one of the larger ones, then it would be worth it for you, and I'll eat some of the shipping costs. But it wouldn't be worth it for you to get with the smaller packages. If you're interested in the larger ones, just contact me with the email address. It's also in the description. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a happy day. I hope you're able to get some of these comics. I hope you enjoy reading them regardless. Don't be one of those people that turns around and buys 10 of them and sells them for $20 the first day of the comic coming out. Don't be one of those people. If you want to sell it for double your money or something like that, that's fine. But, greed, karma always gets you. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's We Love Comics. Hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Just don't hit your belly button, because that would be weird. I'll see you next video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And I'll keep you updated with Luna. And thanks for all of you who care. Have a great day, everybody.